Hola, Conexión Canarias. Oh, it was fantastic. What a great way to start the tour. Yeah, a different crowd for us because it was they were sat down, which is totally strange to us. We normally have, we're in crowds where people are stood up. So yeah, we kind of went in going, oh no, maybe they won't enjoy it. But it was amazing. They were up and down and up and down and up and down the whole way through the show. But yeah, absolutely brilliant, lovely, really passionate crowd. They wouldn't let me get off the stage, kept calling me back for more. So it was great. Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's been quite sort of a revolution really over the last kind of 10 years, I guess, with some really great people coming out of the UK as well, which has been really good for us. We've lost some big people as well, like James Brown and Amy Winehouse and all those sorts of people. But yeah, it seems to be kind of growing and getting stronger and stronger. We feel very safe in the music scene at the moment, and we feel like people are genuinely wanting to hear more soul. So yeah, I think it's in actually quite a healthy state. I think pop, kind of generic pop music is becoming less of the norm, and the general public around the whole of Europe are wanting to hear more educated music, shall I say. Sorry, pop musicians. If I put on a nice dress, baby. In the studio, we tried to keep it as live as possible. We're a live band. I thrive off of being in front of an audience, and even when we're recording, I imagine that they're there. It's you have to be singing to someone. But yeah, it was a really interesting experience actually. It was crazy because we did it very, very fast. We had the whole album we did in, I think it was 6 days. So 4 days in Winchester, south of England, and then about 6 months later, we did 2 days in London. That was it for the whole album, our first album. So it was pretty stressful. We had to nail every track every time. We had to just get it right. But yeah, we had some really great friends on the record that just came in, and did their thing, and then went out again. And but the team that we've worked with, we've worked with basically all of those people, either on other projects or live with the Tastemakers at some point. So it does work. You just have to have a good timetable, and the musicians have to be well prepared. We did hours and hours and hours and hours of preparation, and really hardcore rehearsing for on top of our day jobs, maybe 12 hours a week, for a couple of months. So yeah, a lot of hard work went into actually making the album possible, and a huge amount of planning, and just timetabling who performs when and how long they've got to do it in. So it was relatively unflexible. But it was a great experience. But I mean, on stage, it's very different because we have a tight group of 7 consistent musicians, and we just continuously are polishing our set. So it's a very different experience from the studio. I love being on stage. That's my thing. Nick, our songwriter and guitarist, he wants to be in the studio making records, So it's very different. But we both enjoy both aspects. It's great. Music stops and the world keeps spinning. It's been amazing. We couldn't have asked for more of an endorsement really than for the Queen of Soul to say that she liked what we were doing. I mean, we met her, obviously, we supported her and the Dap Kings last February, I think it was, in the north of England. And we'd had this crazy day. I drove a minibus, I drove a van all the way to Leeds. It took us about 5 or 6 hours, did the show, stayed really late, and then we spent about an hour and a half with Sharon and the Dap Kings, the Dapettes, who were just beautiful women. I love them. And yeah, she was just cool. She's just Oh, I love her. But she's just a real woman. I think that's what's so wonderful about Sharon. But she has given me in particular a lot of confidence, actually, just to keep going and do my thing. And the one thing she said to me was just, don't try and be anybody else, don't try and copy anyone else, don't care what anybody else says, just do you, be Hannah. And I'm like, well, that's all I'm ever going to be. So yeah, her endorsement and her encouragement and serious amounts of wisdom that she passed on in the time that we got to speak with her was really fantastic. And since then, kind of through social media, the whole band's been really supportive. And Charles Bradley, again, like, wow, what a wonderful experience. We supported him a few weeks before Sharon in London. And he's just an outrageous performer. Like, he just throws himself around. I mean, I know Sharon does as well, so do I, but wow. At one point I thought he'd fallen over. No, he just threw himself to the ground. He's such a power, he's such a powerful man. And again, for him to have enjoyed what we're doing is just wonderful. It's good, when your contemporaries appreciate what you're doing, especially, us coming from the UK, and both of those acts being very much, from the heart of America. It's amazing.
They're all off talking, even my so-called friends. Now I know what I'm gonna do.
Wow. It'll be like nothing you've ever seen. We are interested in moving people's hearts, possibly more than we're interested in moving their feet. And everything we do is with feeling. Everything we do, we mean it. It's with power, it's with soul, and with aggression. And I don't take no for an answer, so you will dance and you will cry.
I'm a cool one.
We have like breathing, just calming ourselves down. Like it's quite a big thing before you go on stage, like every time we go on stage we want to nail it, we want to do the best show that we've ever done, make it better than the night before. We're continuously like pushing each other, and like it's hard work, especially if you're tired and you've been on the road, or you've been in a plane since like 6 o'clock in the morning like we were yesterday. It's tiring, but we have these kind of few minutes before we go on just to kind of be together and just concentrate on actually just calming down and getting ready to go on stage. So I lead that. I do a bit of breathing with the guys, and then we normally have a bit of a hands in, like Tastemakers on 3, yeah. But yeah, and I drink like about 20 litres of water. That's my other ritual, but that's just me.
Now tell me,